on a new level. I'm on a new level. I'm on a new level. I'm on a new level. Brought me a new shovel. Put these niggas in the dirt. Shame with the new bezel. All my niggas put in work. I'm on a new level. 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 Brought me a new shovel. Put these niggas in the dirt. Shame with the new bezel. All my niggas put in work.
So you're joining in 11 minutes, 10 minutes gone in the first half. The video started late, sorry about that. Now, Sweaty are already in the lead. That's right, yeah, they got us. A Sweaty goal, Sweaty by name, Sweaty by nature. They scored in the first couple of minutes, tackling me in midfield, and then just doing a very long Sweaty pass over the top. And Loic Remy, one of the most overpowered players in the game, was there, ready and waiting. So here we are. We're just trying to get our momentum up, but you know there's lag in the game, and it's pretty tough with this lag. Look at that back heel there. Matuidi had a great game. Look at that, tackled there. All poor passing. All poor passing. I don't know what Matic is doing that high up the field, getting a nosebleed. Goes to Messi. Messi gives a nice touch, trying to get his momentum up here. Flicks it back into Matic. Flicks it back to Pogba. Oh, look at that, Pogba over the top. It's Lewandowski. It's a goal. What a finish. Lewandowski, what a guy. You see, we're back in the game. Now, we have to explain there was lag, so we couldn't do our usual passing. Everyone who plays us know we pass. But the lag was strong, and people said they couldn't see it. Here he goes here, lovely by Matuidi, lovely tackle. As I said, there was lag throughout the first half. They scored their goal from lag, and you know we had an issue with it. We told people there was lag. Look here, look at this. It's all really poor play. We're running into people. You know we're holding on the ball for too long. There was lag, but people said they couldn't see it.
But I cannot see. I'm legally blind.
Anyway, he's making a lot of attacks here. A lot of very sweaty attacks. Look, it's going to go up in the air again. Sweaty. But we deal with it. Pepe deals with it nicely. Matuidi tidy, you know. But the lag sign turned up there. Look at it. But people said they couldn't see it.
I'm legally blind. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. I'm innocent.
A strong run down the right.
It's across it. This was his second chance. This was his second chance there, and that could have easily been a goal. And if he scored that, would have been very tough. A second goal to come back from, you know. But we held in. Lag again. Look there. People said they couldn't see it.
I'm legally blind.
And the situation being, we're messaging them, telling them there's lag. You know, we sent a message, got nothing back from the other team, which is in the rules. Direct open quotation marks. Teams must make contact with each other within reason to discuss lag. Close quotation marks. So I messaged them thinking, yeah, it's all good. There's lag. It's 1-1. We're drawing. You know, expecting someone to say, well, let's start again. Seeing as we're drawing. All I got was a message from a spectator who wasn't playing, so couldn't feel the lag, to say, it looks fine here. Anyway, I couldn't quit the game because I would have forfeited the game. So I'd already messaged them to let them know, for me, the lag is very bad. This kid is mainly running with one player on speed run and crossing, so, you know, I'm not even sure if he could feel the lag. You know, but anyway, we had to carry on. Even though I sent them the message, never got a message back to say, what do you want to do? Just got a message back saying, it's fine on our side, or it looks fine to me, from someone who wasn't playing. There's the message. The lag is terrible. Anyway, on we have to go. We have to carry on playing. It's a good throw from Matuidi there. He played well, Matuidi. You know, out on a wing in place of Alaba. Makeshift fullback for the day. Giving the ball away. Terrible first half, to be honest. Terrible first half. But don't let me rag on the kid. I think the boy played very, very well. I think in attack he didn't really ask very many questions. As you can see, he scored a goal, and then he had another chance where he headed there, as you all saw. But those were his only two shots of the game. After that, in attack, he really didn't ask any more questions. I think he had one more decent attack, which we covered very well. Then after that, it was all us in the second half. And the second half was a lot less laggy. Great tackle there. Again, Matic putting in work. That was a very good pass here. I think this is a good cross from him, but Pepe, all day. All day. That should be Pepe's name. Lovely touch by Messi there. It's a shame to see him go. Flick back by Lewandowski. Pogba gets it, but then that's a poor pass. And we're doing that all day. Pogba intercepts, but this here, if he puts it over the top adequately, then Messi's through, but we were playing edgy and it didn't happen. Now this again, Messi, 9 times out of 10, that's in, and his keeper made a great save. Having said that, if it did go in, it would have been a bit unfair. I think the boys spent a lot of time in this first half in our half, so, you know. This again, corner by Messi, header by Lewandowski, good save by his keeper. I would expect my keeper to make that save. So if I scored that, I'm sure he would have felt very hard done by. Here he is breaking away, another sweaty pass, but this is actually a very good pass. But we knew what to do, hold square, put 2 men on him, one at the angle, and then we make sure we cover him cutting inside. It was all very, very, very good defending, and Pepe was on top of that shit. Like a fly on top of shit. So here we go. Yaya, Matuidi, shocking pass. Shocking pass. Matuidi had beaten his man, he could have held on to it for a bit longer. But you know, this is a byproduct of lag. We tackle a man, we run into someone. Look at this. We tackle a man, we run into someone because of lag. So everything's reacting late. But they didn't see it. Anyway, Pepe again, all day in it, and then we pass it away because we're being waste men. This Pogba was tackling all day. He made a lot of tackles, Pogba. I'd love to see his tackle count. Lewandowski and Messi trying to connect with each other, but it ain't happening. It's the end of the first half. And you know what? It was 1-1. It was laggy, but I would have to give that half. If it was on points, I would give that half to Sweaty, even though I think the stats are still in our favour. I think Sweaty just looked stronger in that half, you know? Moving on to the second half, I think I'm messaging them being very, very salty about the lag and being very angry about the lag, but no one else saw it apart from me. But you know, it's all good. We'll deal with it. We'll take it. It's you know, Rovers are always a team that gets the new boys. We got Genesis when they first turned up. We got Sporting when they first turned up. So it's tradition that I got Sweaty in my first league game. Now, second half though, the lag disappeared, and I think you'll find we were a lot more dominant. Our possession stats went up, our shooting stats went up. They didn't have a single shot in the whole of the second half, and we pretty much dominated. I think they started off very fast, but hey, you know, the lag wasn't there. Like, and it was there in the first half, but no one saw it. But all I have to say to people is,
what it is, or what's up? What's up? Got your nigga in the cup. God damn. What it is. What it is.
Second half, here we go. I think we're much more dominant this half. Leave comments, tell me what you think. Again, Matuidi had a great game at left back. Very much makeshift, but you know, he was there in place of Alaba, who's gone. Neymar had a terrible game. The young lad mentioned that Neymar was overpowered during the game. He hardly touchable because of the lag. He can't dribble with dribblers when there's lag. And Neymar didn't really come into the game until the second half, if I'm going to be honest. Great touch by Messi there. And they really did well crowding Lewandowski. This kid defended well. You know, that's one thing I have to say. Is in attack, he didn't have a lot of ideas. Look at that there. Yaya Toure just cleaning up nicely. Long ball to Lewandowski, who's going to nod it back nicely for Neymar, who's just going to sprint into the space. It's the first chance of space he got. Look at that. It's got to be a pullback, Neymar. But he hogs the ball. He turns in because he wants to finesse it. And they defend it very well. But as I was saying before, got to say the kid defended well. There are some things he does later on in this second half. All day, he started doing long balls in this half. All day by Pepe. But there's some things this kid started doing in defence later on in the second half that, you know, makes me think a draw was a fair result for him, because he really, really fought to preserve that draw, you know. Again, Luizao getting in the way there. Good tackle by Mbia, you know, who played well for him. And Remy there just a bit isolated. And he was isolated for the whole of the second half. Look at that touch by Yaya. It's great play. But yeah, he was just crowding out Lewandowski in the second half, not giving Lewandowski any chance, and he was resorting to long balls because he didn't really have much in attack in this half. Everything was a long ball. Too early by Neymar. Too early. It's one of the worst games I've ever had with Neymar, if I'm going to be honest. Yeah, Pogba up to Lewandowski, and Messi's here. Miss. Good defending by Luizao. He was a rock. Absolute rock, you know. Overpowered. That's when you say overpowered, is when you look at guys who don't really have the stats and then they're performing above. Look at this. Messi. He's free. I don't know why I did that. Messi just turned out his guy. He destroyed his guy. Could have just carried on running, but we were tight. We were tight because of that first half and the lag. Knew what he was going to do there. Knew I was going to intercept that throw on. And this was the chance. This was the chance. This is when we knew we were in trouble. Yaya Toure picks up the ball, hits the post. Hits the post. But, you know, we're a resilient side, you know. I think that's Messi offside. Get back offside, you fat bastard. Anyway, we knew we were in for it. When we hit the post there, we knew it was going to be trouble. And he'd already defended well. It would have been a heartbreaker for the lad. But it was backs against the wall for him at this point. And he was doing long balls. But like I say, he was doing long balls. He's called Sweaty. What did I expect? You know, he's Sweaty FC. So, you know, he's doing exactly what it says on the tin, you know. And I can see it. I'm not legally blind. I can see what he was trying to do. And we decided to dominate. And the best thing we did here was put on Vidal. Enabled us to... we should have played a destroyer from the start. The boy was dribbling a lot on speed run. And we should have played a destroyer, which is our bad, you know. And he exploited the fact we didn't have a destroyer in midfield. Now look at that. Matic picked it up. But then a shit pass. That's what we're doing all day. Shit passes. He doesn't have a long ball. We're going to all day that. All day. We're going to all day. Matic, yeah, playing the triangles, but we should have carried on playing the triangles. Pogba. But this is recovery. This is strength. This is Pogba. And he puts it to Vidal, who's on the pitch, to solidify things. Now we got to play the triangles. See, here we go. Long ball there by Matuidi. Playing the triangles. This is beautiful. This is how we should have been playing from the beginning of the second half. And now we're dominating. Now we put it to Lewandowski and he gets crowded out again. Great defending from his centre-backs. But this is the chance, I think. This is the chance. Oh, no, this is where I thought I'd got him. Tried to slow down and just dribble with Messi. And this is where I commend the boy. Look at this defending. Look at this. Just picks up the ball and bullies Messi. And I've got to give it to the kid because that's a situation where Messi scores a lot. Now, we had one more chance turn up. And this is where we thought it was. Through ball to Neymar. Neymar's going to shoot. Neymar finesse. And he's, what a slide tackle. What an absolute slide tackle. That finesse by Neymar is going in 9 times out of 10. And it was brilliant. It was brilliant defending there. And I think from there on the game petered out. You know, the game petered out. I think this was a lovely touch here by Hamsik. But it's great defended by Pepe and Matic combining. Or Pogba, should I say. And I think this is pretty much it. And he was through there and I made a mistake. He fouled me, obviously. He injured Lewandowski. But I should have through-balled it. Should have been a through ball. I think if I through-balled it, he wouldn't have been able to get close enough to Lewandowski to foul him. The fact I pressed X meant that Lewandowski had to wait for a pass and he got fouled. He would have been through if I through-balled. But we were on edge, and we were on edge because of Sweaty, because of the way they were playing. So credit to them, and because of the way they were defending. They weren't really giving us a lot of space. They packed out the midfield, you know. They only had one man up front, and we succumbed to the Sweaty play. We ended up having to bring on Di Natale, as you can see. We brought on Felipe Anderson. He wasn't up for it. He played terribly. And I think the game petered out on a 1-1, you know. So there's not really much action from here on in, really. What I will say is there have been comments and funny memes, or memes, as the Alchemy manager likes to call them, saying that, you know, we were making excuses after the game. Now, first of all, we didn't say anything about lag after the game. As you can see, anyone who's got eyes and isn't or anyone who can, who watches the video, you can see I told them it was laggy at 1-1 at 26 PES minutes of the game, which means about a minute or 2 of the game gone. I told them it was laggy. There was no after the game anything. I saw on Instagram someone posted the meme was a reaction to Zebra's post-game comments. There were no, it's not post-game. It was during the game at 1-1. Also, the kid said I was being salty because I was being beaten by an 11-year-old kid. Again, I reiterate, it was 1-1 when I messaged them about the lag. You know, I'm very accurate with this and I don't like debating with people who are inaccurate about these things. And like I say, it was laggy. The proof is in the video. The lag sign turns up 3 or 4 times. But hey, people said, it's fine from our end. In fact, in the rules, the other team has to communicate with, you have to communicate with both teams. I didn't get communication from the other team. I only got communication from a spectator. Look at that by Louis Zhao. Louis Zhao just turned out and he played brilliantly, man. He played absolutely brilliantly. But, you know, like I said, I'm going to leave it. You know, I wanted a replay. I was going to leave it in the first place. But, you know, all these stupid memes, you know, I'm going to call them memes. I like saying memes. All these stupid memes. Where, you know, because, you know, this kid could go online and find someone's picture and use it. You know, fair play to you, mate. This kid doesn't want to play these games because I'm not Rapid. I'm gonna tell you, you know, I'm not Rapid. I'm gonna give it to you. I think you played very well. I think you played very well, but you need to chill out on the memes for certain clubs, because certain clubs don't like to back down. Certain clubs are not very nice. Having said that, you know, there was a lot of comments that were just wholly inaccurate about making excuses after the match. Nothing was made after the match. We talked about the lag at 1-1. We weren't ashamed of being beaten by an 11-year-old because we weren't being beaten by an 11-year-old. And on top of that, if I'm getting beaten up by an 11-year-old kid, I'm going to be ashamed. If I'm doing a 400-meter sprint and an 11-year-old kid is beating me, I'm going to be ashamed. If I'm on a football pitch and an 11-year-old kid is nutmegging me, I'm going to be ashamed. But playing computer games, if I'm filling out an application form and I'm an 11-year-old kid and they ask me what my occupation is, I'll tell them, playing computer games, motherfucker. So no, we weren't ashamed. I think the kid did well. I think he defended brilliantly. I've got to give that to him. I think in attack he didn't really ask us a lot of questions, even though he scored a goal right at the beginning of the game. You know, smash and grab, but he defended brilliantly. I think he showed a lot of heart and a lot of nous, and he can play the game. You know, I'm not gonna say the kid can't play the game. He can play the game. I think he deserved the draw. I think a draw was a fair result. I think a win either way for either team would have been fair as well. You know, I think if he scored his second chance, he would have been worth that 2-1 lead, because at the time he wasn't on top of the game, but there was nothing for me to say that I deserved it. But then if, you know, in the second half, if I scored my chances, I would have been worth it as well. So it could have gone either way. I think Sweaty are going to struggle against some other teams, and I think they might bang out some teams. You know, looking at Rapid against City, Rapid looked terrible. It's got to be said, no disrespect to you, Rapid, but you look fucking terrible against City. So you play Sweaty like that, they might get you. They might hurt you, you know. Genesis looked very tough, and I got Genesis next, you know. I got Genesis next, and they're coming to me with, you know, a red Aguero. They're coming to me with a red Koscielny. They're coming to me to kill. They're coming to me after sodomizing Boa, and I'm not sure if the hole that is in Boa's arse has closed yet after the abuse they took from Genesis, looking at the stats. But we're coming to them with a blue Messi. We're coming to them with a blue Neymar. We're coming to them with a team that's not quite right because we just drawn with Sweaty and the kids making memes about us. But hey, we're going to deal with it. We're a resilient side and we like a challenge. Everyone who knows us knows we like a challenge. But, you know, hate, comment, like, and subscribe. This is the Pep League. This is Pro Evo People, at Pro Evo People, at Twitter, Instagram, all things. That's the handle. On YouTube, we're TH Pep for some reason, but in 90 days when we can change it, that will be changed.
Graças a Deus.
But I cannot see. I'm legally blind. That's my story. I'm sticking to it.